Good morning, everyone. Elaine Lowe and Ken Shreve here, live from Investors Business Daily in Los Angeles. Today, we're checking in on Cisco, Walmart, and Nordstrom. But first, let's take a look at those indexes. All three trading lower today as the markets are selling off, with the Dow down 0.8%, the S&P 500 also down 0.8%, and the Nasdaq down about 0.5%. What's going on this morning, Ken?
Well, it's kind of hard to figure out what's going on. Futures were kind of mixed and mostly unchanged, and then right close to the open, everything just started to bleed pretty badly. So we're kind of holding sharp losses again. Clearly, the follow-through day that we saw in the stock market last week is having some problems. We're looking at a chart here of the Dow threatening a break again below the 200-day moving average, and also the 25,000 price level, which is just a significant round number. It would be good to see the Dow hold here. We'll see what the close looks like as we head into the holiday week.
Right, and we had two Dow stocks reporting this morning. That'd be Cisco and Walmart. First, let's check in on Cisco. Earnings up 23% to 75 cents a share on 8% revenue growth to $13.1 billion, beating views for 72 cents a share on $12.87 billion. Now, sales have been accelerating. Pretty good quarter for Cisco.
Yeah, I mean, this is a mega cap technology company that has actually done a very good job reinventing itself. It used to just be a provider of network routers, switches, hardware name.
But like many others going into the cloud, software services.
Yeah. I mean, they announced a new suite of products in 2017 last year, sort of a subscription-based model for some networking products, and that has resulted in accelerating sales growth. They're also making inroads in security, so they're definitely trying to branch out beyond hardware, and they're doing a good job. So the stock gapped up on earnings, but you can see this weak market is really not good news for these companies reporting good earnings.
Still at session lows even on those earnings, trying to get back above that 50-day line.
Tried to get back above the 50-day moving average. The red line there has reversed to session lows. We've seen a lot of good earnings reports, met with selling Home Depot and Macy's yesterday, and more of it today.
And then our next Dow stock that reported this morning, Walmart, the nation's largest brick-and-mortar retailer, with earnings up 8% to $1.08 a share, beating views for $1.02 a share. Revenue up 1.4% to $124.89 billion, meeting some estimates depending on what you're looking at. And U.S. same-store sales up 3.4%. E-commerce sales, that's a segment that everybody's really focused on for Walmart, given their competition with Amazon and pretty much every other online player out there, up 43%, accelerating from the prior quarter.
I mean, what was wrong with this earnings report? It just seemed to be another good earnings report. You mentioned a nice earnings beat, same-store sales better than expected. Revenue, I think, mostly in line, maybe just a tad below expectations. But again, that e-commerce growth, company is doing a good job competing with Amazon. You can see the relative strength that Walmart had been showing in recent weeks. A nice breakout over right around the 100 level, it looks like, and but it's poised for its fourth straight decline here. Definitely under some selling pressure. Again, we're just dealing with kind of a broad market that is not so healthy right now.
So battling the broader market here. And of course, as we go into this current holiday quarter, this will be an all-important time for many retailers right now, Walmart and Amazon included, and we've seen some very mixed results from the department stores. You mentioned Macy's, positive results, but JCPenney, Dillard's, not so much today. And after the close, we're going to be looking for results from Nordstrom, the higher-end department store, and EPS is expected to be about flattish from a year ago. Sales expected to edge up about 1.4% to $3.68 billion. We'll have to see how this one does, whether it is more of a Macy's or a JCPenney today.
I mean, just last week, Nordstrom actually had a pretty good-looking chart. It was holding near highs, but just the retail stocks have really started to sell off in recent days. You can see Nordstrom's chart here, holding nicely above the 65 level for several days. That weak earnings report from Macy's yesterday fueled a big decline for Nordstrom. So we'll see what results look like after the close today. It's a very busy week next week. We have the Thanksgiving holiday next week, but Tuesday we're going to hear from Kohl's and Target, Ross, TJX, so a lot more earnings, retail earnings reports in store, and we'll see what the results look like.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting you mentioned Macy's, because Macy's actually topped, but they took such a beating yesterday, and they mentioned that they're going to be expanding their off-price segment. it's just really hard to tell what's in the future for these department stores.
Yeah, I mean, the good news is selling off, and that's unfortunate, but I think it's just kind of a function of the weak market that we're in right now.
Right. All right, for more on all these names and more, make sure you're reading investors.com. Thanks for watching, everyone. You can catch us across all of our social platforms. That's Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. We've got lots of great educational videos up on those platforms as well, so make sure you're watching. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. We'll catch you tomorrow.